A drifter claiming to be a galaxy ranger. Her true name is unknown, and she walks the cosmos alone, carrying with her a long sword. Though aloof and taciturn, her blade flicks out like lashing lightning, and yet she always strikes with her scabbard, never drawing the sword free. Warriors don't choose their blades, but rather their blades choose them. Just as people don't choose their fate, but rather their fate chooses them. On that day, as I witnessed the blade I had crafted being passed on to that girl, I realized that in the fight against Yaoyorozu no Kami, she had chosen, or been chosen, to embrace that path that seemingly led her to a new tomorrow. How I wish that there would be a bright future, that despite the peril looming over the Izumo kingdom, its people would hold on to hope, believing that the evil gods shall one day be vanquished, and the world shall be liberated. However, it was only when the blade's light waned that I came to a realization. This is an impasse with no escape, and those who venture upon it have no recourse to turn back. Through the scrolls left behind by the Blade Forger, we have learned that Izumo was once on the brink of destruction. In order to survive, they forged blades from the remains of gods, and those who wielded them were hailed as the saviors of their realm. The guild is interested in the enigmatic Yaoyorozu no Kami mentioned in these scrolls, but the path they are associated with remains shrouded in mystery. In later accounts, the people of Izumo ceased to refer to the wielders of the blades as heroes, but rather as revenants. Unfortunately, the world has long vanished from the astral charts. The truth of history eludes us, and the remembrance no longer holds its place. When the armed archaeologists arrived, the galaxy resounded solely with the melody of the Enigmata, Dark Sun's tears, rain's boundless outpour. Beneath faint curtain, survivor departs from her shore, her homeland, once saved, by her hands erased, invisible shadows ahead, her vision encased. I used the Revitalization 310 tincture, which induces a profound slumber, enabling individuals to relive their past memories. While some patients found solace and rediscovered hope, she proved an exception. No one has ever awakened from their dream state, yet she defied the odds. I closely observed her dreams, and they can hardly be called happy moments. Gloomy skies, crumbling cities, ruined lands, and incessant rains. The rain never stopped. Amidst the swelling tide, individuals wore smiles even as they were drowned, and within the engulfing darkness, I heard the distant rumble of thunder. Until, at a particular moment, lightning shattered the veil of night. Below the fractured sky, I saw her once more. Within a world fading into oblivion, she elegantly swung her blade, eradicating the entire realm of dreams. I must admit that she has ventured far beyond our progress on this path. The elusive nihility beckons her towards self-annihilation, yet she subtly holds its reins. Perhaps she was prepared to confront the true enemy from the very beginning of her journey. Once, I asked her about the purpose behind it all, but she remained silent. Was she at a loss for words, or did she already have an answer in mind? I am leaving this letter here. In the event that I do not return, let this letter bear witness to the tale of a companion I encountered in Acheron. The journey to the other side was perilous, and it was thanks to her that I managed to navigate it through. When I first met her, it appeared that she was on a certain quest, possibly seeking revenge. However, I soon realized that it wasn't the case, as a person consumed by hatred would inevitably expose it. Yet she remained remarkably composed, with only fleeting glimpses of sorrow. She had traversed numerous worlds before our paths crossed, and she possessed a wide range of life skills. Together, we cooked and established camps amidst the wilderness. On starless nights, she lent an ear to my stories and deliberated plans for the following day. Yet, more often than not, we journeyed in silence. The snow here bears a purplish-red hue, carrying the tangy flavor of raspberries. While she has almost lost her sense of taste, she appreciates the Acheron snow donuts I prepare. Before meeting her, I had spent countless years wading through the river of nihility. She extended her hand to me, and together we ventured along this river. Now, the time has come for us to part ways, and I have yet to reach the shore, uncertain of what lies ahead. Even so, I see no reason to halt my journey. Life is merely a road that eventually culminates, and until that moment arrives, I shall keep pressing forward. I am certain that she would do the same. Flowing in the narrow border between existence and nothingness, the ice-cold tides eternally lap against the shores and bring all things to their final end. In this place, the drowned ask for help, lament with songs, find their happiness, enjoy sweet moments, and suffer great agony. All these are reflected in the water. She cannot experience these, but she can feel them. There are still many roads to walk, many sounds to listen to, and many things to change before she arrives at the end. She reaches out and saves the drowning from the temptations of nihility, and one mirage after another bursts apart behind her figure. She keeps walking in this boundless world, all for an end that does not exist, and it's always raining here.